Good afternoon. It is Friday, February 26th. I wanted to take a minute and give you an update of what's going on over at the legislature. We are now over a quarter of the way through the 2021 session, and several bills continue to work their way through the process. Senate Bill 277, which many of our members have told us is the most important issue to them this session, is the COVID liability reform bill. It passed the Senate last week, and earlier this week on Tuesday, the House Judiciary Committee approved the bill. We are expecting a couple floor amendments once it reaches second reading in the House to tighten up some of the language. But that bill continues to move the process forward, and we're really looking forward to getting it passed and making sure that our employers are protected as they safely reopen and safely try to go ahead and move forward through the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, House Bill 2019 completed the legislative process. This bill elevates two new positions, economic development and tourism, to cabinet level positions. So Chelsea Ruby at tourism will become Secretary of Tourism, and Mitch Carmichael will become Secretary for Economic Development if the governor signs this bill, which he's expected to do. House Joint Resolution 1 passed the House of Delegates earlier this week and is now pending in the Senate Judiciary Committee. This is an amendment that would have to be approved by the voters of West Virginia. But what it does is it would require the Board of Education, any rules that are promulgated by them, to be submitted to the legislature for legislative rulemaking, review, and approval. That is the same process that any other state agencies currently go through. However, any rules through the Department of Education or the Board of Education are currently exempt. So if this amendment passes the legislative process and is approved by the voters, then the legislature would have the final say on education-related rules. And then lastly, the West Virginia Chamber continues to closely monitor proposals to eliminate the personal income tax in our state. Earlier this week, a group of chamber members met virtually with Governor Justice to hear about some of his proposals. So we wait to see any bills that come forward, what are some of the specifics, but we're watching that issue very closely because it will have a broad impact on many of the members of the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce. Those are some of the key highlights that are moving forward, and I'll come back next week and give you an update on some of the other things that occur. Thank you very much.